Hey, welcome to Rusty Bow. What we got on tap today is we're going to put another fold in the Queen's billet, bring it up to 54 layers. She wants one more fold after that, so we'll do that next week and then start turning into a knife. But the other thing I want to do is make a couple Menuki for my 514 layer wakizashi, so I can get the Ito wrapped on that. So we're going to work on that. So let's get going. Okay, here is the billet, 27 layer billet that I am going to work on for today. make a billet, it's really quite a different process than most of what's on the internet. I don't have a hydraulic press. I don't have a power hammer other than my arm. And I don't weld plates together and then press them together. I hammer things together, fold things over, and I hammer them, and it's uneven. And it's much like one of those squiggly mazes you do when you were a kid. So the end result is, yeah, it's going to be like wood grain, like a lot of what's out there, but not in the same pattern that's out there, because it's a lot less predictable, and you get some very interesting patterns that I haven't seen out, in the YouTube wild so much. And nothing against all those guys; they do great work. I mean, frankly, those guys are awesome. They have awesome shops and awesome skills and stuff. But I'm just saying that when my doing something strictly by hand is really organic, and it produces results that are, I think, a little more unique, and you have to be careful, a lot more careful of delams and stuff. And I run into them. I think even a lot of those guys run into them, because I hear some of these guys talk about delams and how they have to do workarounds to, they're like, you never know when there's going to be one for sure, but I when I'm done with a billet and then I turn it into a sword or something, or a knife, the pattern is not predictable at all, and sometimes it's really cool. The knife that I made for my wife that I broke, she really liked that. She called it Dragon Clouds, because the pattern was very cloud-like. And I have a sax that has a crow in it, which is, or a raven, I guess, if you will. It's pretty cool. So you never know what you're going to get. Okay, those are the two pieces of copper that I have to work with to make a Menuki out of. Okay, here is the current state of my 514 layer wakizashi. The end knot of the Ito is still confounding me, so until I do more research on it, just to square up a couple points that I don't understand, I got to put this on hold. And a good friend of mine, who I don't see very often in person, but knows a lot about this stuff, told me I should boil the Ito. So I'm going to do that. And you know, when I rework it again, but I got more research to do, so I will keep you posted on the progress. Hey, got 54 layers, so Queen's Billet is well underway. You know, next week I will double it again and then start turning it into a knife. That said, the other thing I got done was the Menuki for my 514 layer wakizashi. And the Menuki are currently under a really bad Ito wrap that I'm going to dismantle and work again another time after I do a bit more research, because the end knot is just, it's just a bear. There's, you know, I've watched some videos of people doing it, and there's a couple points where I just don't understand why they're doing certain things. So I want to get that down, and I want to get it right. And a good friend of mine who knows a lot about this, I don't see him in person very often, so you know, you know, he's not going to be like sitting at my elbow helping me, but he did tell me that I should boil it first. So yeah, okay, I'll do that, and you know, that should, you know, help tighten it. But he says basically if your hands aren't aching afterwards, you're not doing it right. And so I know my hands were aching today for doing it wrong. It's a bear. Wrapping Ito is a bear, but at least for me. So at any rate, I hope y'all had a good week. Stay well and be good.